Today we show you how to give new life to old things, something of repurposing. And for me, I love it. Like this old ladder was broken in half. We took it, put some little shelves on it, and look at that. A perfect home for my little babies. Fantastic. What else can we do? Come with me, I'll give you some ideas. So folks, we want to show you how you can rejuvenate something like a chair. Bit wonky, had its day, so let's give it a bit of a revamp. So it's pretty simple. Most of these chairs just come with this guy over here, which is the seat, which we don't really need. What do we need? We need our succulents. We need some potting soil. We're going to need a piece of weed guard, because the weed guard is actually going to form the base of all of that. And of course, my most favoritist tool in the world, staple gun. Okay, right. Yeah, I just want to do it because of the staple gun. But anyway, first of all, let's get the potting soil mixed and pimped and ready to go. Because remember, we've got a small cavity here and all these plants are going to be fighting for a bit of energy and a bit of nutrition. So let's make sure it's got the right recipe to get going. Bit of coconut husk or peat, bit of bone meal, and of course, handful of organic pellets just to give it a bit of warmer. Alrighty, let's mix this all in. All right, guys, first up, what we need is our piece of weed guard. Now, weed guard, you can buy it in rolls like this, and you'll always find a reason for it, because if you're putting down some pebbles, you really want to make sure that this stuff is always underneath, because it saves you having to weed your pebbles, and that does sound rather mad, and it is true, it does happen. So I've got my piece cut, and all we're going to do is, we're not cutting it immediately to size, guys. So you don't want to make a mistake and say, oh my goodness, I cut it too small. So we've got it quite big. We want to have a nice cavity in here where all our little succulents are going to end up living. And then all we do is we literally take our staple gun and we whack it just over there. There we go. Cool. Now, to make life a bit easier, we're going to take off a bit of the excess, but not all of it, guys. Okay, all the way around. Just follow the edge of the chair. Just get your shape going. Aha! There we go, guys. So we've got a nice little cavity in here. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is, remember, you don't need to make any holes in this because the water naturally drains through this, which is really cool. So we get a few scoops of our potting soil and we pop it in. Planting up a chair, doesn't that sound weird? Okay, and that should be just enough. Okay, so let's get this big boy. This is a wonderful echeveria, and let's get him out of this pot. And we're going to treat it very similarly to the way we treat a pot. We're going to get a bit of height at the back here to get a bit of texture up the back end of the chair. So we take this little boy, we can get rid of some of this excess old soil. Oh, doesn't that look gorgeous? Man, that's really cool. Okay, we're going to get this little guy. This succulent is fabulous. It's also Echeveria family, and it's called Topsy-Turvy. Nice name, and it's about to come into flower. So I'm going to pop him over here and play with the angles here. You don't want to put them all flat and upright. This one's got a wonderful curve in its stem. So let's work with that, you know, and let's pop him right on the edge there. So looks like he's been growing there forever. And let's put that little okey pokey over here. There we go. Also nice. You see that? I mean, I could put it up straight. That's okay, but this, where it just leans on there, is fantastic. Now, the rest of my plants that I've got are really little cuttings and bits that we've stolen from the garden. So we're going to now fill up what is remaining of the space in our cavity here. Okay, now we get to play. So I've got this lovely little smorgasbord here of all the different succulents. I mean, this little guy's called Black Prince. I love the coloring, great for contrast. And then we've got some little sedums here. This is a golden sedum, so easy to grow. And then you just pop it in. This is a little Haworthia. And some people actually believe that planting this around their home helps to ward off the evil spirits. I've got a lot of them around my home. Okay. Oh, this is a cool guy. They call this guy donkey ears, and very soft, very furry, got these beautiful speckles, and he gets quite tall, so I'm gonna pop him in over here. And really, this is where there are no rules, hey? Best part of gardening that I love. No rules apply. You just give it your all. And the last bit, get a nice paintbrush and just clean off any bits of soil that might have got onto the succulents. Love that, looking gorgeous. And then the final bit, just give it a good watering. And I love the fact that the yellow is popping from the sedum. We've got the different textures. And man, who would have thought that a chair could turn into something amazing that might not have had any more life in it. Go and enjoy.